So in this video today, I'm going to help you to become more melodic, more expressive in your piano playing by creating melodies using broken chords. Let me give you an example. I'll give you 4 chords. So I'm going to give you E flat major to start with, B flat major, D flat major, and then I'm going to finish on A flat major. So first chord, second chord, third chord, final chord. Now I'm going to create a melody using broken chords. Here we go. Let me create another one. There we go. Let me create another one. What could we do? We could go. Oof. Just like that. Just like that. So let's look at what's happening here. In this example, I'm in the key of E flat. This is the major scale. So the first chord is chord 1, and it's a major chord. The next chord is chord 5, and it's a major chord as well. The next chord is actually flat 7, so I'm actually taking a note that's not in the key, the diatonic scale of E flat. The 7th note would be D normally. I've gone down to this chord, which I find very, very atmospheric. This is a beautiful chord, which can still be used in the context of E flat, because I'm going to finish on chord 4 in the key of E flat. I like this chord progression because it's very, it's quite repetitive. Look at it on the screen. We've got E flat, which goes down to B flat, and then I take that first chord and just go down a tone. So now I'm going to play D flat, and then finish on D flat. So between the first chord, which is E flat, and going down to B flat, that would be a 4th. And likewise, going from our D flat down to our A flat, that's another 4th. So what's helpful about this chord progression is that they're all major chords. So in relation to this major triad of E flat, simply put, I can create a melody by just going back and forth between certain notes within this chord, for example. Or I could go, or even, and by utilizing this very foundational approach, but in different contexts and different orders, I can create a melody. So say for example, for the triad, just to start with, we're going to go root, 5th, 3rd. So, and then likewise for the next chord, and then finally. Already you can hear that the chord has now changed from becoming quite static to now being more free. And that's just a foundation. That's just a foundation. Now we can make it become more expressive by adding in between these notes other notes from the diatonic scale of E flat, like A flat. So for example, say we had that same order of root, 5th, 3rd, but now I'm just going down to my A flat because I know that's in the scale of E flat major. Likewise for the B flat, like for the D flat. Well, actually it wouldn't be that, it would actually be the G if we want to keep it in terms of the E flat major scale actually. So yeah, which interestingly enough has a different shape to what we've done thus far, because if you notice for the E flat chord, we went in terms of that 5th, we went down a tone. So when we go to this D flat, you may think, oh, let's just go down a tone, but actually if you want to keep it in terms of the E flat major scale, we need that G. So yeah. Ooh. And already you can see how things are becoming more more fluid. Then, you know, once you're able to choose what patterns you want to do, all in relation to the diatonic scale of E flat, etc. Then you can mix and match. So for example, say for the first chord I do, for the second chord I could go, I'm just choosing a different order. Oh. Right there. Now it starts to get very interesting now as we take it up a level now to think about inversions on the right hand. So we have our E flat major. Doesn't matter whatever notes you want to include in terms of your melody, but doing the same idea now with inversions. So if you notice, rather than going to our root position, now I'm doing first inversion, but I can still incorporate that same approach. So for example, if I just go thumb, so it'd be root, fifth, third. Now for the next chord, I'm going to play a first inversion, but I'm still going to play the first note, the highest note, and then the middle note in that order now, but I'm playing a first inversion. So rather than going and then down to, now I'm going to do, and then, so as you can see that melody now, da, 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 that da, da is going to come back because we're going to do da, 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 and we've created that passage going from here to here just by utilizing an inversion. So for the D flat, we'll keep it root position. We'll do the double, so incorporating that G. Now for the A flat, I'll do a first inversion of A flat. Let's see what we come up with. I don't quite remember what I did for the A flat. We'll do that. So already that just sounds so beautiful, and all we've done is just utilized a broken chord. It's nothing more than that. Now if I add the sustain pedal in, it would be like this. No, actually we'll keep it simple. So yeah. Beautiful. So you can see what's happening here. And the same approach applies if you have other chords. Say for example, I came up with a chord progression that's similar. Say I went down. So say the chord progression was E flat, chord 7, so first inversion of our B flat major chord, D flat major, and then our first inversion chord of A flat, just to switch it up a little bit. And then say we took a similar idea and went kind of a bit more chromatic. Say we went to like a minor, A flat minor, and then say we finished on second inversion of B flat. Just say the chord progression was as such. So you got this chord, this chord, this chord, this chord, this chord, this chord, and then say we go a bit more chromatic. So we go F major, and then we finish on B flat sus. So it's nice to come up with we'll go sus4. We'll go like this. Yeah, it's always nice to kind of finish on the sus4 to come back around. So we've got this chord. And then we'll finish it right there. Could we achieve something similar in terms of creating a melody? Well, of course we could by utilizing the broken chords. Let's create something. Let's create something right now. Let's see what I can do. So that was a chord actually. Okay, so let's stick with that. So we got there you go. So you got quite simple, but it works. And then so I'm just utilizing the like, this is a real simple one, to be honest. So I'm just using the fifth. So I'm just going. In this case, I know I've got my root of B flat, but I'm using first inversion, so why not just keep it mutual? Because this is why knowing your chords is super helpful, because you can see notes that are mutual. And then likewise, using the fifth, and then same note, because this note is mutual again, the A flat. Now what if we kind of added some more notes in relation to the scale of E flat? Let's see. So you go yeah, so guys, the power of broken chords. It's amazing. It's amazing, and I think it will be super, super helpful for you to practice these ideas, not only in the key of E flat, but in any other key as well. So I'll give you an example how we can utilize this, and it's very much a challenge. Let's just go to the key of C. So you could challenge yourself by thinking, okay, if I create a chord progression that incorporates a chord of C, D minor, F, G, how can I create a melody instantly utilizing broken chords? We could do something like this. C major, yeah, D minor, and then F, G. That was it. All right, here we go. So let's switch it up because we had something kind of similar before. Let's go. We'll go. There you go. We could do something like that's nice actually. That's nice actually. So I got this kind of idea that's repeating, and I know it will work because that G, that finishing with, will be mutual to an extent. It's an add note, it's an add 4, but it will work. Now go into the F, another add, you can hear with the melody, and this is sometimes where you can start to really expand things further. even outside of playing fundamental notes and resting. I guess it goes down to where you want to resting on notes that are in relation to that particular chord. So for example, C, you don't have to just finish on chords that, on chord notes or melody notes that have C, E and G on it. Once you start to utilize this more, you can start to hear where the melody will go in relation to the major scale. So in this example, we've got this G that's mutual here, but then here, as you can see, it's an add note, but it works. Then you might want to change it. I'm just going to flow here. Get the idea, etc., etc. Like, what a cool way to be able to easily and expressively expand your chord playing and making your chord approach more melodic. So I hope this is helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.